Good morning, everyone. I'm Andre Lennon, Principal with Civil and Environmental Consultants, Chair of the NCEDA Professional Development Committee, and an NCEDA Board Member. Welcome to our first webinar in NCEDA's 2023-24 program year, and we're happy to have you with us. Before starting the program, I'd like to acknowledge NCEDA's annual sponsors, whose logos you'll see on the screen now. These companies and organizations support every component of NCEDA's expansive mission and our growing body of programs. We thank all these sponsors for their generous support. Webinars that benefit our membership, like this one, result from their support. Several factors are considered when site selection consultants are assessing a location, but proof of a skilled workforce continues to dominate as number one. Today's webinar, Leveraging Work-Ready Communities Certification for Economic Development, will focus on how to leverage this certification and use the data available to help companies in your community succeed, and will provide you a tool that helps your community stand out. Today's presenter, Sherry Hughes, is a fellow member of NCEDA and serves as a regional manager with Work-Ready Communities. In this role, she provides support to engage states and counties to implement successful economic development initiatives based on Work Keys, tools, and products through Work-Ready Communities. Sherry has over 30 years of economic development work experience in several positions with the Missouri Department of Economic Development, including Workforce Development Specialist, Regional Workforce Coordinator, and Certified Work-Ready Communities Director. I'll now turn things over to Sherry for her presentation. Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you so much, Andre. Good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen here. I'm really excited to be with you all. And we're going to make sure this is working correctly because we had a little bit of technical difficulties today. This morning, getting the videos to work properly. So you'll see during my presentation, we're going to just describe what's in the video, and then this will be available to you following the presentation with the links to the videos to watch them. So there's always something that's going to cause problems when you're doing a Zoom or Teams meeting, and this morning just happened to run into some difficulties. But again, thank you, Andre, and I am with, it's actually ACT. Not ACT. I know a lot of people say ACT, but it's ACT, the college testing company, but also known for workforce and workforce solutions products, which includes ACT Work Keys and the National Career Readiness Certificate. And of course, ACT Work Ready Communities. So again, I'm excited to be with you and also excited to be Andre mentioned, the first webinar of this particular program year. So I have only 50 minutes to do this, leaving time for Q&A. So you'll see that I move rather quickly through these slides. And again, with our videos not working, it's probably going to be shorter. But to lay the groundwork for this, ACT Work Ready Communities is a national initiative that was launched in 2012 to initially provide a framework for communities, regions, states to build a robust workforce development effort. And when communities collaborate with various stakeholders in their community, they help to identify those skills gaps and really quantify the skill level of their workforce, aligning to those business and industry needs. It also helps a community stand out, as Andre mentioned, for your economic development efforts by getting a national badge to showcase your talent pool. And as we all know, a skilled talent pool is still a #1 issue with site selection. To date, we have 541 communities and counties, parishes in Louisiana participating in 32 states, and that it does include the territory of Guam. And so they're helping to build those local partnerships to close that skills gap to encourage economic growth. And North Carolina is just one of those states. And soon we're excited to announce we'll have 33. Georgia will be launching several communities as well. The mission of Work Ready Communities, we like to say, to link, align, and match. You see the wheel there with all of the stakeholders that we like to see as part of a Work Ready effort. Initially, that link, align, and match, well, it's linking education with workforce, aligning to the economic needs of that community, and matching individuals to jobs based on skill levels, leveraging the ACT Work Keys National Career Readiness Certificate. Stakeholders that we like to see involved, of course, as you can see, are employers in your community, workforce professionals, educators, economic developers, and other leadership. To become a certified work-ready community, we established common criteria for counties to reach goals in certain workforce groups earning those credentials, the NCRC. The emerging population, which is your students or recent graduates from high school and your community technical colleges. Your current workers, who are those who are currently working and maybe looking to find a better job or skill up. Transitioning workforce would be anyone unemployed, and that would include possibly the justice involved individuals, returning military, essentially anyone who is unemployed in your community, and of course your adult ed population as well. And then equally important to this effort is your supporting employers, those employers who are recognizing what the NCRC is and signing on as supporting your effort to become a certified work-ready community. Powered by WorkKeys, there's 3 assessments that are included in the National Career Readiness Certificate. And these measure, I won't read these, you can see that on the screen, but these measure actual foundational workplace skill levels needed to do basically all jobs across all industries, validated by employers who indicated workers need these essential skills for employment. And skills-based hiring saves employers time, money, and risk, and it improves overall education and training outcomes, helps communities prosper, and also has proven to reduce poverty and expand, obviously, prosperity. So how do we prove these skills? Through that NCRC, by completing those 3 WorkKeys assessments, they can earn a national portable credential called the NCRC, which is endorsed by more than 28,000 employers nationally, and over 5 million of these credentials have been earned to date. We're also excited to announce that it's now digitally badged. As a partnership with Credly, we offer a modern twist on traditional certification. So it's digitally open badge. Now individuals can showcase this on a resume, an application, on a LinkedIn profile, and really show those competencies online, providing those employers tangible proof of their abilities. And additionally, the NCRC was approved by ACE through a rigorous process. They determined that it's a robust measurement to translate early college credits. So students can now earn credit for prior learning for higher level silver or above NCRCs earn. And we do have a number of institutions nationally who are doing this. We have a couple in North Carolina that offer credit for prior learning for this, Cleveland Community College and McDowell Technical College. And then more details about this you'll be able to see this on our Work-Ready Community site. And the next video is Pitt Community College, which it plays, but it's muffled. So I'm not going to play it, but the link will be here for you to view on your own leisure. But really what this video demonstrates is how hiring candidates with an NCRC has helped their bottom line for employers, but also helped students find employment. So again, that's muffled. Another video that you'll have access to is Charles Brogdon with Franklin Baking Company there in North Carolina. We just received this year, and it's an excellent video that showcases how it's helped them with hiring, retention, and return on investment. Roanoke Chowan, sorry, I may be saying that wrong. They provided a testimonial as well on how the NCRC helps place employees, and several are earning these through their college. And so there's some quotes in here from Wakita Stevenson, who is the coordinator of the Career Readiness Program for the college, and how they worked with Affinity, a plant in the US and Canada. So they're a leading supplier in North America of aluminum drawn and precision extruding tubing. Many of you may be familiar with them. but they're a strong supporter of WorkKeys. So essentially, the Work Ready Communities benefits all. It benefits the career seekers, the employers, educators, all industry associations, workforce developers, and economic developers like yourselves. Using the data that you'll have available when responding to RFIs is crucial. Missouri, where I'm at, Missouri Department of Economic Development includes this data and the fact that a community may be participating in or is certified as an ACT Work Ready community in their RFI process. So it does help you compete for projects, showcasing that you have the data and the talent pool in your area. And the powerful results for community economic development, of course, we have many case studies on our Work Ready site in our news section that demonstrate this, including podcasts that show some very good results for communities. And actually, we had an opportunity to interview Lee Cochran, I'm sorry, from North Carolina, Rockingham County Economic Development. Unfortunately, that video is not going to play, but will be available to you. And this just showcases some of the badges that you are familiar with on shovel ready, broadband ready, disaster ready, certified sites, and other accreditation, and ways that you can also add your Work Ready badge to this and to promote your locations for investment and demonstrate the capacity of the development organization. Work Ready Communities really aligns nicely with talent pipeline management in North Carolina. You can see the synergies here on how you have the talent pipeline management and what WorkKeys and Work Ready Communities does. So it really helps to your talent pipeline management prioritizes alignment between education and workforce programs, which Work Ready Communities does the same. It helps career pathways integrate industry recognized stackable credentials and skill results. And then again, you can see by the columns, I won't read those to you, but you can see how these correlate and really help to align. Also like My Future NC. So there's really not reinventing the wheel. It's just adding additional tools to help you in your economic development efforts. And I'm sure you're all aware, Site Selection Magazine uses the state's number of NCRCs in their State of the State Workforce Development rankings. And it's the only one that's related to workforce. So they use the 6 criteria: your business tax climate, higher ed, R&D spending, and then improving WorkKeys NCRC, your work comp rankings, industrial, electrical costs, so infrastructure and fiscal health. But again, this is the only one that's related to workforce that they use. I was talking with someone at our workforce summit. They weren't aware that Location One Information Services puts the Work Ready Community logo on their site for all of your counties and communities that are Work Ready certified. So as you can see here, this is demonstrating one in a community in North Carolina that has there's a Work Ready community site, and they've listed this logo on their site. So another way to showcase your available buildings and sites. And we're often asked, do national site selection consultants really value this designation? Absolutely they do. And we're seeing more and more of these site selection consultants really look at this information. These are just some quotes from a few that we've received, as well as some following slides as well. So maybe some of you know these site selection consultants, but again, they are really valuing this designation. As you know, as economic developers, it's really a process of elimination. So again, having every available tool that you can leverage is paramount. And this one's from Teresa Nortillo with Nortillo Consulting Group. And she mentions here that not only does WorkKeys function as a preferred assessment, but the Work Ready Community website allows her to compare communities so she can recommend to her clients the best scores and the percentage of the population that are taking the assessment. So another one that really values the WorkKeys assessments. And Webster Global Site Selectors touts it as well. We received this quote just this past year from Paige Webster, the owner of Webster Global Site Selectors. Really excited about this one. your own Chris Chung, who Chris and I worked together for many years and when he was in Missouri with Missouri Partnership. And Chris is a very good friend and advocate of ACT Work Keys and Work Ready Communities. And he provided us this quote that as you read through this, he talks about how, you know, furnishing business decision makers with an apples to apples comparison across different labor markets, how they rely on fundamental measurable workplace skills. So having that data available is really key. And this is one method that you can use, that you're not only having those partnerships in place, but on a national scale, showing that you are skilling up your talent pool. In this best practice infographic we received from Marshall County, Mississippi, on how work-ready communities really helped in a rural area and the disadvantages they face when competing with larger communities, and how they showcased having an available skilled talent pool, but also how they worked with their community colleges and their workforce centers and actually developed a new facility. But really how this helps to in successive recruitment and expansion of their existing business and industry and being able to showcase that. Some of you may know Clint O'Neill. He's a very good friend of mine as well. He's from Arkansas and the executive director of Economic Development Corporation. And Clint provided us this quote about how he values ACT work-ready communities. He also worked in Missouri with me with Missouri Partnership when he was here in the state, and again now in Arkansas. But again, he likes the ACT Work-Ready Communities initiative and how it demonstrates to, again, education systems and workforce working together to build that talent pipeline and be able to showcase that on a national scale. Subhash Alias, he's now with Missouri Partnership. Another quote. So again, I like to provide these because it shows you at not only the local level, but at the state level and others that these folks really do value this certification and, you know, helping to build a strong workforce and helping to keep an economy strong. Mississippi County, Arkansas also shows how they were able to do this by leading a steel producing counties. Governor Hutchison actually came to our Mississippi County Work Ready announcement and talked about how one of the leading steel producing counties in the nation uses this and how he talks about this in all of his visits. So they were able to achieve work ready status by partnering with their community college as well as their workforce centers and others. And again, their tactic was not looking for just those big employers, but helping their small business and proprietors as well. This video you'll have access to. This is of Mississippi and another high-performing partnership with their workforce and economic development in Choctaw-Webster region of Mississippi and the enterprise and how they helped achieve their work-ready community mission. Again, I'm sorry these aren't playing. They're great videos, but I'll encourage you to look at those. How do we know this is working? We do a survey periodically, and 82% of certified counties use Work Ready to promote their county to new business. 89% of those certified counties use it to support existing business. And these are just a couple of quotes that we received, one from an economic developer in Iowa and one from an actual business in Kansas who actually indicated one of the main reasons why they decided to remain in that county was because of the strong workforce and the county's commitment to their ACT Work Ready program. Now, North Carolina. Let's look at this. So you can see the state map here. North Carolina is a very progressive state with work-ready communities already. You can see that all of the blue are counties that are participating in the effort and working toward achieving those goals. And all of the gold, well, congratulations. You're the counties that have actually achieved your goals for certification and have attained that work-ready status. 68 of the counties are participating in this effort right now. And we have 32 counties that aren't, but actually it's very it's interesting that of those 32 counties and assessing those based on demographic data we received when the state started this initiative, many have already met or exceeded a number of their goals for achieving the testing goals for NCRCs, as well as employers. Some just need that employer support, signing on and supporting their effort. So you can see too that over 4,000 employers have endorsed the NCRC in North Carolina. 635,000, over 635,000 NCRCs have been earned to date, and those increase monthly when we sweep. So a lot of work he's testing ongoing in North Carolina, and really being able to, get credit for that and showcase how you've worked with this effort and worked with your communities to do the testing. The badge can actually showcase how you can demonstrate this. Tracking that employer support is paramount, and it really provides visibility for your efforts to job seekers and others to, showcase those businesses that have signed on as supporting your work ready effort and understanding what that credential is. And it also gives motivation for your students and your job seekers to obtain that credential. Next, community college, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but this is on their website, and it actually demonstrates what are the benefits for the individual, of course, what are the benefits for employers, and what are the benefits for the community. So, there's a lot of community colleges in North Carolina that have information on their website, and I'm not going to go into all of them, but I just wanted to showcase at least one here. And what's it mean for an employer to ask for the NCRC or prefer or recognize? It's simple, just ask for it. Why should they? Because it demonstrates that work readiness, and it complements traditional credentials such as high school diplomas, other community college degrees, certificates of technical proficiency. It complements a resume nicely. And of course, as I mentioned, we're excited that it's now digitally badged, as so many other credentials are now being digitally badged. And it confirms that an individual's competencies in essential workplace skills. If an applicant doesn't have those hard skills that employers are looking for, an NCRC at least shows that they're trainable and can learn them. It helps employers reduce training time and turnover and improve return on investment. So asking the applicants to earn the NCRC, it's just that simple. And we have a listing on our website where they can go in and do that. And it's very simple, and the link will be on there as well. So as you can see, this NCRC or work ready communities, it benefits all, and it benefits the employers to pinpoint skills needed and hire right the first time. For educators, it helps to and ensure these are in career pathways and help build these into apprenticeship programs. It helps individuals prepare for success, understanding what businesses need, and it helps you as economic developers compete on a proven workforce value. This video from Kansas, Pottawatomie County, Kansas, they developed this to help showcase their effort, and they have been successful for many years, not only achieving certification, but maintaining their certification for several times over. And how can your county engage? If you didn't see your county lit up, or if your county is participating, but they're not active right now, we'd want you to be, reactivating or reinvigorating that effort. Some were certified many years ago, but local leaders dropped off, or chamber leadership or economic development leadership changed, or community college leadership changed, but we don't know that unless we're notified. So we'd want to work with you to help you re-energize that effort. But if you're not already participating, build your core team and attend one of our boot camps. We offer these virtually, but now that COVID is finally, well, I say gone, but I hear it's still going around. But we are offering these in person again, depending on the needs. So if we have enough interest in North Carolina, we'd be happy to come there and do an in-person boot camp training to help you by providing the tools and the training needed to successfully build, launch, and certify as a work-ready community, and then also to retain your work-ready status. To implement the plan and services, once you complete a training and understand the processes, customize your local plan. Make sure your work keys service delivery is in place, where the testing is occurring. And then we light you up on that map is going public, or as I like to say, get lit. And then you have 2 years to reach your goals of becoming a certified work-ready community. Many reach that a lot quicker. As I mentioned, many of the counties we've already reviewed, and a lot have actually reached those goals. But of course, we would need to reevaluate some of the demographic data. It has been quite a while since that was provided to us. And then certification and maintain. It's not just one and done. Once you reach that certification, as you know, you're constantly wanting to continue to skill up your talent pool. So, we don't just want you to get your certification and boom, it's done. I'm now a certified work-ready community. Maintaining that certification is equally important. Our secrets to success and what we've seen has proven success. Leadership, having a project manager or someone to help really oversee the effort. Again, no need to reinvent the wheel. If you have other meetings in place, economic development or workforce or education committees, build this into that. You don't have to build another committee. Build this into that. But hold regular meetings and please stay engaged with ACT. We can help you through this process. Having those business champions, those who are interested in or currently using the NCRC in their hiring process, are great champions for a work-ready effort. Leverage and use that data that's available to you. Having an engaged team will help you to be successful. And this is my contact information. I think I actually was early completing this, but now we have, because my videos didn't work, we have a lot of time for Q&A if there is some. So thank you, Andre. I will stop sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Sherry. I do see that we do have a question that came in. This one, for communities that are not certified work ready, where can I find data on the number of work keys certificates?
So yes, if they're not certified work ready, or we have a public page, ACT workreadycommunities.org, and that's actually in my last slide that I just provided. But you can actually narrow down, go to workreadycommunities.org. You can click on North Carolina, you can click on your county, and you can see the number of NCRCs that have been earned there. But again, engaging in a work-ready effort, you'll have additional information and reports that you can utilize. And again, once you reach certification, you actually have that national badge that we offer, a third-party badge that showcases you're not only in a collaborative effort to build that robust workforce development effort, but showcase your community as being certified. So workreadycommunities.org.
All right, thank you for that. We had another question roll in. This one says, we're newly certified. What's next?
Trying to guess which one that may be. It might be Rowan County, or I'm not sure.
That sounds right.
Might be Trey Cash. I don't know. I can't remember where he's at, but so what's next? Whenever you reach certification, what we do is we put you in the maintain, or the it's actually the next phase. So you go into a maintain phase, and just like certification where you had 2 years to reach your goals, you will have 2 years to reach your maintaining phase. What we've done though, because we've seen that a lot of counties have difficulty sometimes reaching a certain particular area of testing goals. So we've added additional point system for them to earn additional points in other areas where they may be able to reach that certification in different methods. One being, as I mentioned, that community college system awarding credit. If you can talk to your community college about awarding credit for the NCRC, that can earn you a point. If you provide the work keys curriculum, which is the remediation piece that helps the individual skill up prior to taking the work keys assessments, that can earn a point. or a certain amount of points. If they provide a testimonial from an employer or an education facility on the value of work keys, that can provide a point. And there's others. So there's different ways that you can earn points in addition to the traditional testing goals to help you achieve that next phase. And we have many counties that actually achieve a lot quicker than the 2 years because they're really working together in those other areas to earn those points. But short term, the next phase is new goals are established, and then you have 2 years to reach that next phase. And if you have questions about that, please feel free to just reach out to me directly. And let me mention too, please use that badge. If you're certified and you don't have that on your website, you're losing out. Make sure on your website you add that you are a certified work ready community. I look at so many websites and I don't see that on there, and it's paramount to really showcase that, because this is a great tool for you to leverage.
Yeah, that I agree with that. Definitely highlight that certification. And we've got another question that came in. This one says, I believe my county, Guilford County, is certified but hasn't been maintained. Will I need to schedule a time to discuss reactivating?
Absolutely. We'd love to talk to you. Just reach out to me. My email will be provided in the slides. Because yes, that's one of the reasons we wanted to have the webinar today. As I mentioned, we have a number of North Carolina counties that are certified, a number that are participating, but there's so many that really don't realize that next step, and maintaining that effort and reinvigorating your effort, and others that we were doing that, but we're really not doing it anymore. However, it's not reinventing the wheel. As I mentioned, you can talk about this in existing meetings that you have ongoing, and testing is probably or could very easily be activated in your area where the NCRCs are still being earned. Why not get credit for it? So sure, Guilford County, please feel free to reach out to me.
Good. Yeah, this is popular. We've got many questions still rolling in, so we'll keep rolling. This next one here, is there an initiative among the community colleges to reintroduce the testing across the state, and North Carolina works to begin pushing the certification?
That one I'll have to get back to you on. I know we're in a lot of conversations with the community colleges, and a number of community colleges do the testing. As far as an initiative and being instated, I'm not certain, but I will certainly, if you want to email me directly, or if this chat will be available still after the meeting, I'm happy to get back to you. Unless one of my colleagues is on and can answer that. I'm not sure if Jason Jones or Fred McConnell's on, and maybe be able to answer that directly, but I'll certainly get back to you on that answer.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll watch the chat to see if they provide those answers. Here's another one. So what are some unique ways you've seen communities leveraging their ACT Work Ready certified status for application of growing existing industry as well as new business attraction?
Again, a lot of these videos that didn't play, you'll be able to see that. I'm so sorry that they didn't, because a big portion of my presentation were those best practices and how they're using their badge to showcase for both new business attraction and existing business expansion, because we all know that your existing businesses are just equally as important to retain as new businesses start up. But yes, having that badge and showcasing it on a website, site selection consultants asking for it, or not asking for it, but you taking the initiative to provide that to them. A lot of best practices in the videos you can watch that will showcase that. I think we can just to expand on that. Andre mentioned my economic development background. I worked for over 30 years with the Department of Economic Development, and I worked projects. I worked a lot of that before retiring as the Work Ready Community Director. And so Missouri is beating you guys, by the way. We have 105 of 115 counties now engaged, but North Carolina is number 2. So I don't want to tell you that you're number 2, but just saying. But so I understand that, again, when economic developers are working their community to showcase it to site selection consultants, it is a process of elimination. But having every tool that you can leverage in your toolbox is so important for you, especially in today when talent is the #1 issue that they're looking for, being able to provide that talent and proof of a workforce.
Yeah, so I think this next one may be from one of your colleagues. This is Chris Kazayu.
Casio, yes.
Kazayo, okay. Yeah, so he says he's on the line, says FYI, or North Carolina will be adding work keys for Title II. Therefore, citizens will have access to the applied math and workplace documents when they are working in these high school equivalency and CTE programs, but not through NCE Works directly. So that I don't know, that might have been a kind of a follow-up to one of those earlier questions. And this one from Lydia Griffin, just a reminder that ACT Work Keys assessments can be given in high schools as well. Students can earn the same NCRC as adult workers.
Absolutely. And many high schools across North Carolina are administering work keys to their students to earn that NCRC, which is why it's so important for the employers to understand what that credential is. And a work-ready community effort can be that conduit to educate those businesses on the credential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then this last one, it looks like an endorsement from one of our colleagues in Rowan County, from Kendall Henderson. She said, I've sparked a lot of interest by including the ACT Work Ready badge and logo in my email signature. So,
yes. Thank you so much. It's a great point to add. We have a number of folks who put that little badge in their signature block, and in the boot camp training that we provide to counties, all of this is actually indicated in there on how you can really leverage that badge. One of them being a website, one of them being a signature block, various ways to do that in your presentations. And thank you for bringing it up, because I love seeing that in emails in their signature blocks that really showcase that. So thank you so much. I can't do it. As I mentioned early on, there's a lot of information to produce in a period of 50 minutes. So I can't cover everything, but which is why a boot camp training would be very beneficial for any counties interested.
Well, that's great. I think we got through all the questions. I think you cleared them out. Yeah, so thanks for your time today, Sherry. We really appreciate your time and experience that you shared with us in the background on ACT Work Ready Communities. I don't know about you all on here, but I'm competitive. I want to see North Carolina as #1. I think the percentage was somewhere in the 60%. We need to be A status above 90. So let's get to work. All right, so NCEDA strives to keep economic developers' toolboxes full, and we know workforce is a top concern. We hope Sherry's presentation created a new tool for our NCEDA members to use to strengthen our communities across North Carolina. Thanks again to our annual sponsors, and thanks to each of you for joining us today. We hope you join us for some in-person networking lunches before the end of 2023. Our Wilmington area luncheon will be next Wednesday, October 25th, and our Charlotte area luncheon will be Wednesday, November 8th. Registration for both luncheons is open. Look for the registration links in the e-newsletter or on the NCEDA website. Please also save the date for our annual Raleigh area luncheon that will be held on Thursday, December 14th. Registration for it will open next month. Thanks again for being with us. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Andre. Liz, thank you.